we haven't, it's just a project update time. So since I last mentioned, I've been looking at Bluetooth communication. One of the big benefits of the ESP is I have control over the Bluetooth. So we can do things like over-the-air updates, we can do web apps to do configurations for custom button mappings and all that sort of stuff. But I needed to figure out how to make that work. I've never done it before. I don't know much about Bluetooth. So that has been my main focus. Bluetooth is complex. I don't fully understand all of it, but you've got classic Bluetooth and Bluetooth low energy, which is the modern stuff. The likelihood is I'm gonna have to use Bluetooth low energy because web Bluetooth, so that I can make a web app, only supports low energy. But I figured the classic has a specification, I guess you could say, for serial over Bluetooth. So the operating system maps it to a virtual COM port on Windows, so I can interact with it as though it's just a serial device, which makes life easier. So I figured I'd start with that. And I do actually have something working. So I have the ESP talking to a controller, and I can then communicate to a virtual serial port on Windows to send data. I can send data to the ESP to make the vibration turn on the controller, and I can send data from the ESP to the terminal to see button presses. So what that kind of proves is the concepts that I can have that two-way communication whilst having the controller connected. So that sort of sets us up for doing over-the-air updates, because then I can get the data from the computer to the ESP for the firmware update, and also things like configurations and stuff. You know, we've got that initial sort of communication going on. So next I need to migrate that from the SPP, from the serial, to Bluetooth low energy, and however the hell that'd work. But the process is there, and it's promising. Yeah. So whatever is the virtual COM port. So if I press V, don't know if you heard that. So that's data going from the computer via Bluetooth to the controller, and I can toggle, don't you see that? Pressing different buttons. So that's data going from the controller to the ESP and then to the computer via Bluetooth. So you've got that sort of two-way communication going. So it's very early days. You know, this is just integrate with it as a serial port. And I need to move over to Bluetooth for low energy anyway, rather than the SPP. But it's got that communication going, so it's a good start. So I just need to continue with it now.